planning them in the next 3 years.
Yeah, it's amazing. It's the most amazing thing that I could have done with my life. And I wasn't like a woman who was like, I want kids. But I now wish I would have started earlier.
Wow. That's kind of how I was in my teenage years. I was like, I would never have kids. I think a lot of guys think that way in their teen years, but now it feels like a good sense of purpose in life to have them. All right, guys, just had the husband on. Now we got Christine Bullock on. Thanks for coming back to back.
Yeah, I'm so glad to be here and that he dragged me here too.
Yeah, it all worked out, right?
Yeah,
we were just talking about,
me.
Of course, your 3 babies and how that's been raising them. So it's cool to hear that because I'm having kids soon. So.
Oh, good. Congratulations.
Yeah. Well,
One
not
on the
yet,
way.
but
Okay.
I'm planning them in the next 3 years.
Yeah, it's amazing. It's the most amazing thing that I could have done with my life. And I wasn't like a woman who was like, I want kids. But I now wish I would have started earlier.
Wow. That's kind of how I was in my teenage years. I was like, I would never have kids. I think a lot of guys think that way in their teen years, but now it feels like a good sense of purpose in life to have them.
Absolutely. Yeah, we had some fertility problems too going into it, but also I was focusing on my career, and I think Bob mentioned we didn't really come from a lot of money. And so, we had to make some money, and I was really focusing, and I didn't know how it was going to fit in to everything, but it will. And that's what cool. I tell women now. Don't worry about it. It'll, make it even better.
So my most viewed podcast clip of all time was about what you just said, fertility issues. It got like 17 million views. It's still going. And apparently it has to do with the guy most of the time. Did you know that?
I heard that actually. One of your producers just told us about that because we were watching the clip. And the only thing is that I have a gene mutation, and I've had miscarriages as well, which is what I was talking about. A gene mutation, it's like MTHFR gene, I think, but it causes miscarriages.
Really?
So then I wonder how the sperm kind of interacts with that, or if that's just the whole female thing.
Yeah, I have that break too, but I don't know how it affects us differently since I'm a guy. But yeah, I have
Women just don't absorb folic acid correctly, and so most of the old vitamins didn't have the right form of folic acid. So now it's a little bit better because your body just naturally knows that the baby needs it within the first few weeks, a good dose of folic acid. And I think if you're not getting that.
Yeah, that's major. And 50% of people have that one, right? That break.
Yeah.
And people don't even know. Yeah, I highly recommend everyone watching to take a gene test because that changed my life. I had to cut out most bread because it has the folic acid in it.
Yep. And I didn't know until 3 miscarriages out too.
Damn.
Yeah. So it is great for women to be proactive and just start testing for these things when they're younger so they know.
Yeah. Also blood tests. Highly recommend those. I was so deficient in certain things and I'm like, damn, I'm in my 20s. Like this is weird, right? Because you just assume you're healthy.
Absolutely. I mean, people ask me for health advice, nutrition advice, fitness advice all the time. And it's hard because it's really personalized to you and what your body is like. There are some common sense general statements I can say that work for everybody, I think. But as you start to get specific and as you start to age and aging happens to you and to the body, you really need to understand your body specifically because mine is different from yours. So what we're going to be able to eat, consume, the fitness that we do, the rejuvenation that we need, completely different.
Right. You mentioned you didn't have a lot of money growing up. There's this debate that you need money to eat healthy these days. Where do you side on that debate?
I think it's 50-50. Can we do 100% organic, or do I even want to do it? No, I can't. So it's like a give or take. If there's a peel on the outside of it and I can peel it off and I can give it a good wash, then I'm going to not go organic there. I'm going to spend my money on the berries, which are like $20 for a few berries, and they turn moldy right away.
Yeah.
But, it is hard. And in the fact of all of the advanced things are out there, good supplements versus less quality supplements, it does take money, but you can gear into where you want to put your money on the most important things, I think.
Right. So are you only eating organic right now?
No, absolutely not. We have 3 little kids, and we try not to waste food, but we do. And I try to keep us on a budget. So again, like avocados, I don't tend to buy organic because I can peel them off, or a banana, I don't tend to buy organic. But the berries, like apples, that kind of stuff where we're going to eat the peel, I spend organic. On the meats and the fish, I'm a little bit more particular. So we look for 100% grass-fed. You want to make sure it's 100% grass-fed because if it's, it's grain, I forget what's...
Grass finished?
Grass finished or grain finished.
Grain finished?
You don't want grain finished because basically those animals or cows could have eaten grass once and they're just eating grain the whole time. So it can say grass-fed, and if it says grain finished, you don't want that. 100% grass-fed, grass-finished. And then fresh fish as much as we can too. But, there's balance. Like sometimes they can't find the fish. And so it's like, all right, we'll get, the farm-raised fish. There's
so much manipulation in the food industry marketing. It's crazy. Like, especially with the eggs and like the meat and the vegetables. You got to dodge a lot of bullets in that industry.
It is. And there's just marketing put into it too. So, I think you have to find produce that you like. I ship our meats directly from different farms and we just kind of have it in the freezer and ready to go. I've now found a new one for our fish.
Nice.
So that I trust where I'm consuming it from and just try and balance everything else out.
I need to start.
I mean, we eat fried chicken and French fries on the weekends with the kids and order the burgers out at the restaurants, so we try and balance it out.
Yeah, I need to start doing that because when I go to Trader Joe's, I'm not trying to call anyone out, but just the meat at the grocery stores is super sketchy.
It's questionable, and I don't know where it's coming from, and I like to know where my farm is coming from.
Yeah. So you order from those Amish farms?
Yeah. I don't exactly know where they are. I think one is actually up in Malibu near us in California.
Nice.
Yeah.
I went to order off one a couple months ago, and they got shut down.
Oh, why?
They sold raw milk, and apparently you can't do that in certain states. I know in Cali it's fine because I was just at Erewhon and I bought some.
Yeah.
Just tried it for the first time. Have you tried raw milk?
No.
Really?
Well, we're dairy free. That is one thing I've been allergic to since a kid. And so all my kids are allergic to dairy.
As a B2B marketer, you know how noisy the ad space can be. If your message isn't targeted to the right audience, it just disappears into the noise. With LinkedIn ads, you could precisely reach the professionals who are more likely to find your ad relevant with LinkedIn targeting capabilities. You can reach them by job title, industry, company, and more. Stand out with LinkedIn ads and start converting your B2B audience into high-quality leads today. LinkedIn ads allows you to build the right relationships, drive results, and reach your customers in a respectful environment. You'll have direct access to and build relationships with decision makers. 1 billion members are on their platform, 180 million senior level executives, and 10 million C-level executives. You'll be able to drive results with targeting and measurement tools built specifically for B2B in technology. LinkedIn generated 2 to 5x higher return on ad spend than any other social media platform, and you'll work with a partner who respects the B2B world you operate in. 79% of B2B content marketers said LinkedIn produces the best results for paid media. LinkedIn has been a great platform for me to also find interesting podcast guests. If you're interested, start converting your B2B audience into high-quality leads today. We'll give you a $100 credit on your next campaign. Go to linkedin.com/social to claim your credit. That's linkedin.com/social. Terms and conditions apply. LinkedIn, the place to be.
So ironically, you might be able to drink it.
Oh, really?
Yes, you're allergic to the pasteurization, most likely.
Well, the protein. I'm allergic to the protein of it.
Got it.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, I don't know. There's a wave. There's this new health wave, and I think it's cool because the average lifespan, I just found out, of males went from 79 to 70, I think 2 the past 10 years.
Yeah. I think for women as well, unfortunately, I've had so many, I'm 42, girlfriends that are in their 30s and their 40s that have had cancers and other diseases come up, and we're seeing it in a much bigger wave. And it is what we're consuming. It's our foods, it's our skincare, it's our stress levels as well. It's the water that we're showering in, not just drinking, all over our biggest organ. So it's just about finding as much balance as you can and the little things that you can to help out. A new shower head that, helps to filter that kind of stuff out. The food, obviously, is as much as you can. Supplements that are going to help to detox you. Things that help to detox you. Lymphatic, hot saunas, that kind of stuff. Cold plunging helps to improve the lymphatic. So balancing is like, if we're consuming some chemicals, even if you're not trying to enable the body and teach the body how to flush that out as fast as possible too.
Yeah. Wow. Please send me that shower head. I actually had to stop taking baths because of the tap water issue.
Yeah.
I used to love baths as a kid, but just the more I find out about the tap water, it's so disgusting.
I mean, we put so much money into our water too, and yet, you have to think for as much as you drink per day, you just take one shower and your body's just absorbing all of that water that you're showering in.
Yep.
In your biggest organ.
Yeah. Plus all the stuff you're putting on your body in the shower, like the body wash, and the shampoo and conditioner.
It's huge. Yeah. Usually the shower gels have like sulfates in them. A lot of the, I don't want to say cheaper ones, but I'll say like mass brands have the parabens, some phthalates within the fragrances. All these things disrupt our hormones, and are carcinogenic as well.
Yeah, and even now I'm finding out even the nicer brands. Like I use Native, but now I'm finding out there's microplastics in that. So this
is a whole new. That is the biggest thing that I've been hearing about is all the microplastics everywhere.
Yeah, it's literally everywhere. I had a heart surgeon on, and now he's finding them in hearts. There's plastic, visible pieces of plastic in people's hearts right now.
Yeah, it's the biggest thing that I'm not even sure where to start with because it's within, soils, oceans, all that kind of stuff. It's like, what do we need to do?
Yeah, and now I made the switch to glass, but I found out yesterday the glass water company I use, Spring Valley Mountain Water, I get the 5 gallons delivered to the house.
That's what we do.
Has fluoride in it.
Please
and
don't
other
tell
stuff.
Me. No.
So now I have to switch from that. It seems like you're just constantly.
Yeah, please tell me what's the next because I've loved Mountain Valley.
I'll send you that video.
Okay.
It made me really upset.
They were bought out, I think, a few years ago.
And that's what happens in the food industry.
Yeah.
They buy out the healthy small boutique brands and then they cheapen the products, the ingredients.
Yeah, and all of the industries I've been in, it's been really sad to see. And it's hard to keep up. Coming from also creating a skincare brand before, that is one of the things that was so sad to see is that as you grow, it's amazing, right? The money comes in. Let's say somebody even wants to buy you out, but either they buy you out or they don't, or you're doing it on your own. You have to keep up with the financial needs of the company. And a lot of times it's cheaper ingredients, less of the ingredient that's put in there. So you don't have the amount needed to actually work in the terms of what marketing they're giving you on that ingredient.
Right.
And, it's sad.
It's super sad. And so many girls are using makeup that they don't know how toxic it is for
makeup
them.
Really is, I feel like. I still, and I'm culprit to it. I still probably use makeup that has bad ingredients in it that's from mass market because I like my makeup, but my skincare, I go clean.
So the lotion, and the moisturizer.
But one day they'll make really good quality makeup that's really clean. It's just hard to find.
I'll be $1 billion brand if they could pull that off. They could figure out the margins and the products. Because there is a shift, I think. I think some women are starting to realize.
We have to. I mean, it really is affecting our health.
Yeah. And now there's this whole thing with sunscreen. So all the sunscreen we used growing up is now cancerous.
It's a chemical versus a mineral block. And it's interesting because I've worked in beauty for 20 years. And when I learned that a chemical sunscreen was bad, and this was probably 8-10 years ago, it blew my mind. I was like, wait, but it's called a chemical sunscreen. Why didn't I ever process that? It's literally called chemicals.
That's true.
But it's ruining like our coral reef, all that sunscreen that's going on. It's killing off the oceans. So if it's killing off the oceans, what is it doing to us?
So bad.
Yeah. So we want a mineral block. You want something that has zinc oxide.
Zinc oxide. Are there like sunscreens that just have that?
Yep, absolutely. They're the heavier ones that are really white, but they're doing great things with them and adding some other ingredients in them to kind of diminish that kind of paste that it leaves on the skin.
Nice. I got to look into that. Now deodorant too. All the Gillette I use. I'm trying not to name drop because I don't want to get sued. But like all the deodorant I used to buy from Costco, I can't use anymore.
That's a huge one. Yeah, I see most of the beauty brands now that are cleaner are actually launching deodorants too. But the problem is they're not really antiperspirants because that's one of the hardest things. So I also still haven't gotten on that bandwagon and I know I need to.
Yeah, I made the switch. I don't know what the brand, Tom's, I think.
Oh, yeah.
But even that, there's videos. It's like a never ending thing, You can't get it perfect.
Yeah, you can't. And it is just about balancing. I mean, it's kind of like common sense. I think you just go back to what we were like in the olden days. We lived off of basics. So as basic as we can be in that, like applying deodorant maybe once a day, basic skincare, don't need too much. Again, same thing, even makeups, your foods, just consuming as healthy as we can, hot foods. that are so nourishing to us. Obviously, plants, vegetables, fruits, all that kind of stuff. It's so easy. Even potatoes, starches, all that kind of stuff, but in their whole form, right?
Yep.
Not boxed, not processed. So
Classic.
good for us.
Yeah. Yeah, these beauty companies have done an excellent job of making it seem like you need to use their products daily.
Yeah, I don't think so. Absolutely not. We didn't need to before. I think it's more about actually internally where we're at. I think stress, our cortisol levels, is really what is maturing us, aging us from the inside out, causing these diseases. When we're stressed, we also make bad choices. So the more that we can just take moments, and this is free to be able to do this, to recommunicate with what our body needs, find out what our body needs, be in tune with, when you're in tune with yourself too, like you don't make those choices of, I'm going to pick up this processed chips right now. I'm going to go chop an apple and I'm hungry, or I'm not even hungry right now. I'm actually thirsty and dehydrated. I think we just make better choices.
I definitely agree. Stress is a killer. And I know it is because I went through this. I was talking to your husband, Robert, about my first lawsuit. I had gray hairs at 21 from that lawsuit.
Yeah.
And that is crazy because my family's pretty healthy. Like we don't usually get gray hairs till 60s.
Yeah, I can imagine. I've been through that as well. And luckily I was still stressed and my husband was still my lawyer. So I understand that too. But recently I had a baby with colic. She's my third kid too. And I had 2 surgeries that year. And it was the first time I just got a big gray chunk right there too.
Damn.
Yeah.
That is crazy. Colic.
Yeah.
That is nuts, man.
Yeah. 6 months of crying pretty much all day long.
Holy crap.
All night long with
6
like 4
months.
hours of sleep. Yeah.
Damn. I'm glad you got through that.
Yeah, I am too. And stay married.
Yeah. That's awesome because a lot of divorces these days. I just had on a relationship expert last week. 50% divorce rate right now.
It's crazy. I mean, we have a really great relationship. We balance everything. We're friends. We balance the kids. We balance the work. If he's more busy, then I know I have to take a step back. If I am, he knows he has to take a step back. But we're always there for the kids. I mean, that's our number one priority. And then taking time for ourselves too.
Yeah, that's important, right? Going on those date nights.
Yeah.
Yeah, I stopped doing those for years, and I'm glad we brought it back this year.
Yeah. You have to. You need like moments together, even if you're just talking about work. I mean, that's what we like to do, but we're passionate about what we do. And getting out there and seeing friends and stuff like that and just having moments, especially when you do have kids. You have to, because they're constantly, the focus.
Right.
No matter what, you're holding their hands instead of holding each other's hands, and you're exhausted by the end of the evening too. So
Absolutely.
you're just like, peace, good night.
Yeah, I got 2 dogs. I wouldn't say they're as big as kids, but we spoil them. They might be the most spoiled dogs in the world.
What kind of dogs?
Australian Shepherd and Golden Retriever.
Oh, beautiful.
Yeah, I mean, I spend at least 8 hours a day with them.
Well,
I literally work on my laptop and they're on my chest.
they're your best buds,
Yeah.
That's what dogs are. They're
Dogs
sweet.
are a game changer, man. I used to have bad anxiety and not anymore.
Oh, that's awesome. We have
Yeah.
2 dogs. They're pretty old, and a bunny. Don't
Bunny?
don't do the bunny.
Why not?
I mean, they're really sweet. Well, if you have any allergies, which we have all through our house, definitely not a wise idea.
Yeah.
And they poop a lot.
Okay. Yeah, I got my fiance a hamster and I didn't know she was allergic to them. So
Hamsters, I've never heard that too.
That
But
was
it's probably
awkward.
similar, yeah.
yeah, I had no idea, but she liked it so much we kept it.
Yeah, my husband's allergic to the bunny, and so are my girls. So
Wow. I
Yeah.
don't have any allergies. I'm blessed.
yeah,
I could eat whatever I want.
that's good. I mean, and that it's actually amazing because it means you have a really good digestive system. Because a lot of our allergies that we're seeing, it's a lack of something in our digestive system, whether it's external allergies that we're having or internal to foods and stuff like that. So,
Yeah. I'll be pounding those kombuchas, those GTs. You ever see those?
yeah,
Oh my gosh. I don't know if that's why it's a good digestive tract, but
potentially just watch the sugar.
yeah. Oh, do they add sugar to those?
Well, there's just sugar naturally in them.
Oh, okay. But what's your
Yeah.
take on like eating fruit, a bunch of fruit, like natural sugars?
I think natural sugars are good. I mean, it depends on what your goals are, but I think for anybody that's just trying to be healthy, I don't even say maintain weight, like who cares about that? Those are the sugars you want. You don't want the processed foods.
Yeah, I avoid those. I used to eat frozen food all the time. I had to cut pretty much all of it out, and the canned food too.
Yeah.
They just add so much things you can't even pronounce on them. I'm like, I'm good.
Even the soups, it's so sad because soups are, that's why they said, grandma said you needed, chicken soup because it was a bone broth and it really was there to help you. But the processed canned chicken soups are completely void of those kind of nutrients anymore.
I grew up on those chunkies, man.
Yeah.
My
So
dad
did
used
I.
to pound
Yeah,
those.
yeah.
New England clam chowders, chicken noodle soup. Those were good.
I think they were even better quality at that point, though.
Probably because they taste.
Well, you're younger than I am. Maybe at my time.
No, I agree though because I've had them recently and they don't taste as good.
Yeah. Oh, for sure. Everything's changed. It's going to be made the cheapest way possible.
Yeah, there's actually a soil epidemic. So in 20 years, our soil will have no nutrients at the rate we're going.
Yep. That's sad. I have no fix for that currently.
Yeah. So on a mass
Go
market,
talk to my husband about lawmaking.
yeah, we're gonna need something. I mean,
Yeah.
all the weird they're putting in the tap water too.
Yeah. And again, it's a cycle, right? So if my skincare has it and I wash off my skincare within the shower and hair dye and, all that other stuff, and it goes down, guess what goes into the soils and through the rains and we consume again.
So people are drinking your beauty product.
Mine was clean that I made, so we're okay. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Are you still doing your podcast?
I took a break right now because of the screaming baby, and my other kids needed some support as well. But I'm excited to get back to it at one point.
Nice.
Yeah, we were geared in. We were like 20, 30-minute episodes on health related with experts. But we would gear into like one topic. So if we're going to talk about inflammation, or if my doctor's a functional expert, we just talk about inflammation only with him. I don't go all, to hit a bunch of different things. So you can take out the bite-sized facts and apply it to your life immediately.
I love that. I love when podcasts are so actionable because some of them are so hypothetical.
Yeah.
It's hard to figure out where to take action.
Yeah, and there's so much to do that you get really confused.
Yeah.
At least for me.
Overwhelming.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I feel that. Sometimes
In
I'll
the
be in the
health
car
world.
and I'm like, I need to do this right away.
Yeah, but then how do you apply it, right? Sometimes it's like so big, some of the changes that you need to make. So we say, okay, start here and then you can build up to an anti-inflammatory diet, whatever it may be.
Absolutely. Are you still doing yoga too?
I'm still doing yoga. I wasn't for a while, but I started back. But I do everything. I've been in fitness for 20 years. So I started teaching yoga 22 years ago or more.
Wow.
And then Pilates, but I would throw big tires, whip the chains and the ropes and all that kind of stuff throughout my career. So I believe in a mix of all of it. I think that when you work the body in the same way over and over again, whether it be yoga, whether it be Pilates, whether it be running, as you age, like you are literally using your joints and the same muscles over and over again. So I like to mix it up. One, it's great for your metabolism. Two, it's great for your muscle mass, for your bone, for your mental well-being, learning something new too, and challenging yourself in that way. I really think about fitness as, I don't like the word anti-aging, but like internally, what am I doing for myself here? Not like weight loss, six-pack, all that kind of stuff.
Right. I agree with that. I've never done Pilates, actually. It's on my bucket list.
I think it's amazing. I think it could be in everybody's list of things. I honestly like it better than yoga. Yoga ends up repeating a lot of the same movements on the joints. We think about the planes that we move in, and until you really advance in it, you don't get those kind of like, I don't want to say 360 for your joints, 180, whatever, all that mobility, because we move in the same planes over and over again. Like think how many chaturangas you do. It's also usually a group class and you don't have a personalized instructor helping to assist in your body posture. So there's a lot of injuries that happen. Pilates, on the other hand, you can do a mat Pilates. You're typically you're on your back instead of on your shoulders so much, so you don't have as many injuries. It's a little bit more flexibility and more mobility within the spine. I feel like in more beginner postures, and then you have the machines, which are amazing. So again, if you like to play basketball, which I heard, and sports, I think every athlete should have it. I used to train some of the professional athletes for football players.
Oh, nice.
And yeah, I'd kick their butts.
I need to get into that because I had a nasty injury during hot yoga. I mean, it was embarrassing. I damn near crawled out of that room.
Yeah.
And I was the only guy there. It was like 20 girls.
What did you injure?
I like pulled my neck and back, honestly.
Yeah.
It hurt for like 2 weeks.
I love the hot, but you have to be really careful, and you have to realize you're not getting the workout you think you are. It's really hot in there.
So hot.
And so I kind of go and just do my flexibility. And that's where I started out teaching, was hot yoga many, many years ago, doing the flexibility. But understanding, like with these really hot, high intensity classes too that they're doing, it's like a high intensity yoga. Like I'm more chill in it. It's like about me finding my mental focus. And some people are going at it, but it's just, you're not going to get the tone out of your body, all of that kind of stuff. And you can easily get injured. And so
I'm going to not do hot yoga for now.
yeah. Or just wait till you find out what it is or, repair. I mean, that's the thing is we age and we get, I've had so many from being in fitness for so long, so many injuries. So I'm all about my repair era, as they say. Yeah. Recovery era.
I'm a big sauna guy, though. I love saunas.
So good for you, the cold baths. I don't love it, but I love it.
I'm a cold shower guy. I can't get on board with the baths.
Yeah.
With the tap water.
Yeah. Oh, always tap water in those things? I don't know.
Just a bath in my house, at least.
Oh, yeah.
Is there
I
like
go
a
to
spot?
like Professional Gold.
Oh,
yeah.
got it.
There's a place near us called Pause, and so they have like the sauna and the cold plunge, which is nice. So you can go into the sauna, go into the cold plunge, knowing you're going to get back out and get into the sauna again. So it's like easier
That does
to
sound
sit
nice.
in
I know
there.
some lifetimes have that, but not the one in Henderson, unfortunately.
Yeah. Oh, that's so good for your body and the inflammation.
Yeah, inflammation is key. I used to be able to play a game of basketball and just not be sore at all.
Yeah.
But now that I'm getting older, I actually get sore now. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Taking it for granted.
Yeah. Stretching, I think mobility, if you're doing that kind of stuff too. They have a lot of the, and not to specifically say, well, stretch locations, I'll say, because I don't want to call out one place, but you just have to be careful because these people aren't really, they're not like physical therapists. So they can overstretch you.
I get ads for that all the time.
Yeah, they can overstretch you. There's a lot of different places now popping up that do that, which it's amazing. We need the flexibility, and without flexibility, we can't create strength, right? If you have a tight muscle, it can't do anything.
Yeah.
So, but you just have to be careful too, because those people, again, it's not as much education in there.
Right. What's your take on chiropractors? Because I got a buddy that works in the ER. He said once a week in Vegas, someone's coming there from a chiropractor.
Oh my gosh. Well, again, it's the quality of the person that you go to. I think that goes with anything, right? Doctors, fitness classes, fitness instructors, whoever it may be. I think finding someone that's good. I mean, I've found in my past, chiropractic for me is great. Like I have scoliosis. And so, and I'd be on set 12, 14 hours a day working out on camera, right? In heat, in cold, in this and that. And like, I need a quick adjustment and it will help. But then I have to go fix the muscular issue that's going on, or tendon if you've pulled something or something like that. Because without fixing that portion of it, it's just going to keep pulling on the spine, whatever you're adjusting, your neck, all of that.
Yeah.
So
I have that too, scoliosis.
Yeah.
There's no fix for it.
I think there's two different kinds. Like one you can actually improve, and that's the kind I have. And so it's a constant journey for me. Like once you have kids and holding kids, it adds to all of it. Or, even looking down at them, holding them this way. So again, in my repair era right now, trying to fix 3 kids in a row, they did them more damage than all the fitness did, I think, for me.
Wow.
Yeah.
That is crazy.
But it is good. I mean, you find a really good massage therapist and just somebody that understands you. There are now some chiropractors that are almost like a physical therapy background, so they don't adjust as much, but they do a lot of the scraping and the tools because...
I see videos of that, yeah.
Yeah, as we get scar tissue. Our muscles are pretty easy to just kind of massage and loosen up, but the fascia that wraps around the muscle fibers or the bigger muscle bands and all of that, that creates scar tissue. If that tightens up, then that creates scar tissue. And the only way to go in is really scraping at it and opening that up, hydrating yourself with great water, hyaluronic acid, all that kind of stuff to rehydrate all of it.
Dang,
and
sounds
get
painful.
mobile and, feel good again.
Yeah. Do you do a lot of massages?
Recently I have, because I tore my chest muscle twice last year. And this is the 3rd time because I did it years ago too. So they stitched up, I have stitches into my rib all the way up to my clavicle and around. But I feel like part of the reason was my tight back and my scoliosis from holding the kids. Because I wasn't doing any fitness at the time still when it tore again. So yes, right now I'm just trying to fix myself so I can be the best mom I can be, best business owner, best wife I can be. Because if you're not feeling good, and it's a downhill spiral. If you don't feel good, right, we keep reaching for the worst things. So
wow, that sounds painful. My cousin tore his pec bench pressing once, and the whole right side of his body was purple.
Oh, yeah.
It looked nasty.
Yeah, it's only big fitness guys do have the injury that I have.
Yeah, I've never heard of a girl having that.
Originally, it was fitness related. Yeah.
Wow, that is crazy. Well, Christine, it's been fun. Anything you want to...
And with that.
Yeah, we might have to do a part 2, but anything you want to close off with or promote?
No, I just thank you for having me on, Sean. You know, again, you're doing such a great job educating people, and I love listening to your podcast too, and just getting all the information.
Thanks so much.
Yeah.
Means a lot.
Yeah.
Thanks for watching, guys. As always, that was fun, and I'll see you next time.